songs. How like being poets at an arcade, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this inundated orb that we call home. And it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. I just wanted to jump back on here and drop a quick video. As I said just earlier today, about 8 hours ago, I was on here talking about how Josh Heupel is starting to pick up some momentum in recruiting. Most of you agree. Most of you are on board. Most of you are ready to jump in the boat and grab an oar. Some of you are saying, Boogie, you're exaggerating. You're getting way too excited. They've not signed the dotted line yet. I don't care. I'm excited. Josh Heupel is getting the ball rolling. They add another piece to the puzzle, this time on the defensive side of the ball. So we're going to jump right into it. But as always, guys, make sure you do go ahead and smash that like button. It's just below the video here. Just press that little thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click that bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we drop content or when we happen to go live. But let's get into it. Let's talk about this thing. Here we go.
Just look around. You got the mountains. You got the most beautiful city in the whole entire country. The university is absolutely, looks like it's out of a storybook. It's just beautiful. People are incredibly genuine and extremely nice. It's just a place that obviously I'd want my kids to go to school. And it sells itself. You don't have to sell anything about this place. You just got to get them here. You know, the old field of dreams. Yeah. Build it and they will come. It's already built.
That never gets old. Playing that clip never gets old. I may play it every time we get a commit and we start talking about this program. So let's jump right in here. This is on 24/7 Sports. I love this. I love this site, but man, guys, can you please do something about these ads? Drives me absolutely nuts. But that's another story for another day. So here we go. USC transfer commits to Tennessee, adds experience to the Vols defensive line. This is big. That's something some of you guys were talking about in the comment section was, what about the defensive side of the ball? We got to get something going on defense. So here's the article. It says first-year Tennessee coach Josh Heupel made it clear Saturday that the Vols were interested in potentially adding some depth on the defensive line going into the 2021 season. Didn't take long for them to land an experienced defensive lineman capable of helping them. USC defensive lineman Caleb Tremblay, a former junior college transfer, announced Thursday afternoon in a post on his Twitter account that he has committed to Tennessee. He revealed his decision less than a week after he confirmed that he was adding his name to the NCAA transfer portal going into his final season of eligibility. That's the thing. This kid's got one shot. He's got one opportunity, one season. I was reading the interview that VolQuest posted as soon as this news broke. I was reading through their interview. Caleb Tremblay told them this is a business trip. He talked about how this isn't like other kids. I'm not signing up. This is not my 4-year plan. He called it a business trip. This man, Caleb Tremblay, has one thing and one thing only on his mind, and that is getting to the league, getting to the NFL. So what does he see in Tennessee? I think he sees an opportunity. I think he sees Coach Garner and what he can do. How many defensive linemen has Coach Garner put in the league? This is a business trip for Caleb Tremblay. Says here that he will join former Trojans kicker Chase McGrath, who transferred to Tennessee earlier this year as a second USC transfer the Vols have added since February. 6'5", 270-pound Tremblay spent 3 seasons with the Trojans, appearing in a total of 18 games and making 3 starts. That's what I kind of wonder about with Caleb Tremblay, because when you look at his recruiting profile coming out of high school, I mean, this dude had all kinds of potential. All kinds of potential. His rating as a JUCO transfer, 4-star, number 5 ranked defensive tackle, number 1 player in the state of California. That was as a JUCO transfer. This is a guy with all kinds of upside. Did he deliver at USC? Says here he was set to return this year as one of USC's most experienced defensive linemen. That's the thing about Tennessee. Tennessee has all kinds of experience on this defensive line. Well, it goes on to say he'll now give Tennessee another fifth-year senior with previous starting experience at a Power 5 program to solidify its defensive line. He became the fourth transfer to commit to the Vols this offseason, joining Virginia Tech quarterback Hendon Hooker McGrath and former Michigan quarterback Joe Milton. These are all experienced guys. Hendon Hooker, Joe Milton, Caleb Tremblay. What are they missing? What does everybody say about Joe Milton? All the potential in the world, lacking development. Can they come to Tennessee? What have we said for years? We need a coaching staff that can develop talent because we have been missing that in Knoxville for a long time. Well, it starts with Coach Garner. Starts with Coach Garner for Caleb Tremblay. And if you want somebody to develop you, like I said earlier, how many guys has Garner put into the league? Article goes on to say the Vols have already have 5 senior defensive linemen on their roster, but Heupel said multiple times after Saturday's spring-ending orange and white game that Tennessee's defensive line was thin and could use some help. So what does he do? He goes out and gets it. Says, I feel like we're developing some depth on the offensive line. Heupel said Saturday, need some depth on the defensive line. We're thin at that position. We've got to continue to develop guys that we've got and potentially add some guys there. I love that. I love that quote right there. Not to keep beating down Jeremy Pruitt, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. We've got to develop guys. What did Jeremy Pruitt say when he was in Knoxville? It was never about, these are the guys that are here. We got to develop. We got to get better. It was always, I need to go get better football players. It was constantly beating down the guys that were on his roster, the guys that were on the practice field. And all we saw was lack of team chemistry out of Jeremy Pruitt coached football teams. But here, Heupel, he's kind of saying the same thing, but he spins it, man. He spins it. We're a little thin at that position. We got to continue to develop the guys that we've got and potentially add some guys. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Goes on to say, coming out of American River College in Sacramento, California, Tremblay was rated a 4-star prospect in the industry-generated 24/7 Sports Composite, where he was ranked the number 12 overall junior college prospect and number 5 JUCO defensive tackle in the 2018 class, also rated a 3-star prospect. So he was 3-star coming out of high school, 4-star as a JUCO prospect. Let's take a look at the scouting report on Caleb Tremblay. This is an NFL scout talking about how he has the potential to play in the league. Says he's very athletic, quick off the football, also demonstrates good speed rush in getting to the quarterback, but does not offer much in the power game. Says if he can build the power part of his game, he could add a nice stable of moves for getting to the quarterback. Nonetheless, reasonably good at bending his body and turning the corner when rushing the passer. Talks about his versatility. He can play both tackle and defensive end, allowing him to use his speed inside on some passing down situations. This is what I like. It says Tremblay is certainly draftable right now, but still has some developing to do. There's that word again, development. Is this staff, if this staff is going to work out, they have got to be able to develop talent. Goes on to say he doesn't have a large mixture of pass rushing moves. He could stand to improve on speed to power or power to speed. Be interesting to see if he builds his repertoire in that area. Tell you what, we're creating momentum. Josh Heupel is creating momentum in the recruiting game. Filling needs. I think we're going to add another one here shortly. I think we're going to be adding a linebacker real soon. I think we're going to be on here talking about it and getting pretty excited. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have not done so yet, please do smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, another way you can support the Talkin VAWLS network You can go pick up some of our merch, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. The link is also in the description below. Got these Mount Rushmore shirts. It's kind of a joke because we're not really media. We're four dudes that love Tennessee football, but it's the Mount Rushmore shirt. It says we are the Mount Rushmore of Tennessee media. Got the Talkin VAWLS coffee mug, logo merch, including hoodies, t-shirts, all that good stuff. Some of my favorite right here, the Talkin VAWLS State Pride merchandise, available in all kinds of different colors, styles, good quality merchandise. Where else can you get a good quality hoodie for $34.99? But any and all support would be greatly appreciated. But if not, that's fine too. Just hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think about this momentum we're creating in recruiting? Caleb Tremblay commits to Tennessee. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The dogs howl like me, poets at an arcade, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this inundated orb that we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive. The dogs